Hello, welcome to Thriving Thursday. I have kind of a crazy topic for you today, and it comes down to playing games on your phone. It's a lot of guilt, right? Are there things that you do that suck you in on your phone? And maybe it's an escape for things that you don't want to do, things that you're procrastinating on, or you're just checking out mentally, right? Well, we all need to take a break. So don't feel guilty about that. And it's okay if you have something that you really enjoy. As long as it's not pulling you away from, and it's an escape from things you should be doing. So there is that, where it can cross the line and it's not healthy. But the one thing I wanted to talk about was I had this game that I played before for a long time. And I noticed that as time progressed, I started to get better at it. And by better, I mean I was less anxious. I was processing and thinking through my decisions more easily, with more clarity. I was more level-headed. There was a time period when I was just the anxiety was so high and so prevalent that I just, for example, you have so many lives, and then if you use all your lives, you either have to wait or you have to buy more lives, more stuff. Anyways, I got to the point where it was just a basket case, and I started paying for these packages just because I needed to keep progressing through. And it was kind of interesting. It was fun for a while it lasted. I don't recommend this. It's kind of expensive. But then I noticed I was winning things. I was winning contests because I had been somebody who had paid, and because I could keep going instead of waiting. And I equated that to business, which was interesting. Like sometimes you just need to invest money to get the results that you want. And it wasn't to justify spending. I just literally noticed how much better I was, how much more accomplished I was, how much more success I was getting. And the better I got internally, the less anxiety and the more success I had, it just fed upon itself and improved so much more. So use that as an opportunity to evaluate your growth as a person instead of just constant negativity, right? We don't want to have constant negativity or guilt or shame about something. Let go of the guilt, let go of the shame. And so I was starting to get tired of it, and I quit. I just quit, and I never played that game since I started going to graduate school. And I found a different one. Always my daughter has these good games, and so I get them from her. And so this one's really short, and there's no money involved. There's no getting sucked in for hours. It's little tiny bits of time, and I can play it for just a tiny amount of time and be happy and move on. But the thing that I've noticed, because I'm on level, I think I'm almost to level 1300. The thing that I've noticed about that, when I started, I was watching her play and I couldn't figure it out. It was too hard, and she was helping me, and I would have her get me past certain levels, and it was frustrating. And then I got pretty good at it, but then I got stuck again, and I had her help me, and she was kind of walking me through it a little bit, and she gave me a couple ideas, and I'm like, oh, those are pretty good ideas. And now every time I play it, I think about my internal dialogue, right? It's like, man, I am so smart. I am really creative. And I'm just so good at this, right? And so my whole dialogue has changed. I don't even know. I mean, at first I thought it was a fluke that they're just, maybe I'm just keep playing the same thing over and over again. That's why it seems easy. But my daughter looked at it and she couldn't do it and she gave up. And so that's when I realized, like, oh, I just have gotten so much more skilled at processing. It's just colors moving, at processing solutions. I literally have gotten smarter because I've learned all these new tools on how to process information to get to the right answer. And it's so much easier for me to solve it if I make a mistake. I can backtrack and fix it or just really fast. Where before, I just didn't have that skill. I didn't have the ability. And now I can segment information, colors, these are colors, and I can process and I can work through scenarios. So I can work through a scenario before I push the buttons. I couldn't do that before. So it's increasing my brain's ability to solve problems, to produce results, to handle a variety of stimulus that's coming at it, to segment it and put it in the proper places. There are so many benefits that I've gotten from this. And so it's improving my life rather than hindering it. And all I had to do, I had to start with letting go of the guilt and quit bad-mouthing myself, quit putting myself down, quit allowing myself to feel shame, and to accept myself for who I am and set up good parameters. And you can use any scenario in your life in this way. Right? It doesn't have to be a game on your phone. It could be something else. Maybe there's something that you love to do, a hobby that you know, and it comes from our childhood, right? Our parents tell us what we did wrong and we just bring that with us. But maybe there's some kind of off the wall hobby that you just love doing and it benefits your life. And you have an underlying story of guilt, right? In the back of your mind, you have some guilt and some shame that you shouldn't be wasting your time doing that. Look, just shift your point of view, look at it from a new direction, and take notice of what it's doing that's good for you and for your life, and how you take that out into the rest of the world. So I hope that helps. I want to see you thrive. I want to see you live your very best life. And I wish you all the best. Go live your life, your perfect life.